Jenny. Just seen you putting the players through the paces in training. How's it going?
Well, we had a disappointing game on Sunday at York. A disappointing performance, which is the key thing, which I've been talking to the players about. But we can't go back and change that. We've talked about making sure that we rectify things in training, and we've got to make sure that we're better this Sunday. So off the back of that, we've had a really good training session on Tuesday. I made it a little bit more light-hearted because it's important to keep the players on side and enjoying the football. But then also tonight we've got really stuck in some sort of the systems we want to be playing, and looking at some specifics to make sure that we're improving and we become hard to beat, which was one of our aims. So all in all, it's been a good week off what was a poor performance on Sunday, and I'm confident now going into the game on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of that performance and the result, obviously it looked like obviously with the draw here against Norton, and then we had a narrow defeat, unfortunate with the handball and whatnot against Chorley. It looked like we were kind of like starting to sort of like basically stuck a stake in the ground, got a first point of the season. I'm going to build on that. Obviously, we've got Chester Street this weekend. Looking for a performance, aren't we?
Yeah, I completely agree with what you've just said. It's like there was a little bit of an upward trend. When we played Norton, we dominated the game. We played some nice football. We looked quite solid at the back, and it was just quite a solid, steady game that I was pleased with, because I think it settled some nerves within the team, that we can compete at this level and that we can step up to the mark. And then we went into the Chorley game, and I was really, really pleased with the performance we put in against Chorley. I thought that we started the game off really well. We dominated possession. We played some good football. We got forward really, really well. And we scored an excellent goal through Ella Ritchie, which was really good. The cutback from Shan from the left-hand side was something that we'd worked on. And it's really nice to see that come out in play. But then I think credit to Chorley, I think they changed a few things. It was a very tactical game with both teams playing a similar system, and everyone, it was like a bit of like a game of chess, and like both managers sort of like moving players around and trying to exploit different spaces on the pitch. And it became a bit of like an even game, but then unfortunately we gave away the penalty, and then we switched off with 5 minutes to go, from the second phase of the corner that was taken. We just switched off at the back. We can't afford to do things like that. And we ended up coming away with no points against Chorley, but there was there was a lot to be proud of in that performance. And what we said is two things. I said, one, I wanted the players at the end of that game to feel the emotion. I wanted them to be, allowed them to be upset, frustrated, disappointed, because they deserve something from that game. And just one lapse in concentration and switching off and allowing the player to run through is the difference at this level. You can't do that. So I wanted them to take that on board. But then the flip side of it is the performance we put in against Chorley. That's the standard now we've set for ourselves. We played some really good football, and it was an exciting game to play as well. It was really good from both teams, and we said, like, that is a standard, that is a minimum now that we expect every single game. And then obviously going into the York game, it just didn't work. It just did not work. We weren't at the races. We were slow from the off. We were dominated across all parts of the pitch. And I just think we were at sixes and sevens all over the place. Now, I have spoke to the players as part of the review and gone, look, because of the circumstances where we're at in terms of the team coming together, because we've had this little bit of a peak, there is sometimes at risk of having a catastrophic drop-off. And I think that's what happened on Sunday. So it's been really good that we can draw a line under that. We can move on, because in football, you always get a second chance. So we've moved on really, really well this week, and I think going into Sunday's game, I'm confident that we're going to right the wrongs that were there on Sunday, and we're going to be better and give a better performance.
Yeah, obviously Chester Street towards the bottom end of the table as well. They got a good win on Wednesday though, so obviously their tails are going to be up a little bit.
Yeah, but we've got to remember again that they're coming here to Broadhurst Park. They're coming to our fortress, the ground that we're used to playing at, and we're getting very, very used to playing here now. And we've got to use that to our advantage. We've also got to use to the advantage that they're going to be doing a lot of travelling in the morning of the game. And we know at this level, travelling over a certain distance does take effect on the team. We've got to capitalise on that. Sunday is an opportunity for us to potentially pick up some more points, and we've got to, we identify these types of games throughout the season. We can't let it slip. this is an opportunity to go and get something, because otherwise, if we don't get it from these types of games, we're going to make this season really, really hard. So we're going to be really up for it on Sunday.
Fantastic. So it's here, 2 o'clock on Sunday, Chesterfield Street, FC United Women.
Yeah, it's going to be here, 2 o'clock. We welcome everybody down. We want to greet the fans and then be introduced to the new fans that are coming in as well. And it's going to be another good day for women's football.
Fantastic. See you then.
Thanks very much.
Hi, Corie.
Hi,
obviously, you've just finished a pretty intensive running session there at the end of training.
Yes.
How's it going?
I'm still trying to catch my breath back at the minute. No, it's going really well. Things looking up. Jennie's come in and everyone's got their feet on the ground now. And yeah, big things are coming.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of big things, you were made captain a couple of weeks ago. How does that feel?
Oh, it's a massive opportunity. I need to learn, well, I am learning how to use my voice. I've never been really that confident, but over the last couple of weeks, I've had to take that into my stride. And yeah, I'm getting there. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I mean, you are one of the senior players. Obviously, you've been with the club for a few years now.
Yeah.
So obviously, you've got that sort of heritage. A lot of new players to come in and get them used to the FC United way. How are you finding that responsibility?
It's going really well. I mean, everyone that's come in, they've all been really respectful, and as we are like a family, and we've taught that as everyone's come in, and we're sticking together as that family. Each week there's been different players starting, but we're coming together and we're definitely getting there.
Yeah, and obviously, you know, it's a promotion to a new league, pretty much a very new team.
Yeah.
Obviously, always going to be difficult, but
Yeah.
if people keep faith, keep supporting you, you'll get the results.
Definitely, and if we keep turning up to training and everyone's here week in, week out, it'll start to show on the pitch.
Okay, well,
Results will come in.
not going to keep you because obviously you're a bit out of breath. Jennie's been beasting you towards the end there, so thank you and good luck on Sunday.
Thanks very much.
Left lost in time.